Hello, viewers. This is Lasya, and today I am going to read to you the story The Surprise Gift from the 1996 March edition of Chandamama. Manimala was the daughter of the ruler of a small kingdom. He was not prosperous enough to think of a wedding for her with any pomp, so he avoided inviting proposals from the princes of the neighboring kingdoms. He merely announced a Swayamvara ceremony where the girl would make a choice after listening to the accomplishments and achievements of each suitor. Every one of them had to make a token payment to attend the ceremony. The money thus collected would be sufficient to perform the wedding. The king cleverly concluded that was the only way out. He arranged for the Swayamvara. The announcement was made in such a way that the news spread far and wide. Only then would many suitors assemble, paying the bride price. Soon the procession of eligible princes started. One of them, Balavira, surpassed everybody else in the paraphernalia and entourage that accompanied him. His father, Banavira, was a cruel king, and the rulers of many kingdoms had suffered harassment in his hands. So, some 10 of them conspired to waylay Prince Balavira to prevent him from being present at the Swayamvara. But Banavira's spies alerted him at the proper time, and he caught all the conspirators and released them only after extracting a lot of money from them. After that, Balavira's journey did not meet with any hindrance. Prince Satyashil came from a less affluent kingdom. His horse looked famished, and he wore a dress that was wrinkled all over. This was because his father was one of the kings captured by Banavir, and who had to part with his meager wealth to secure his release from captivity. Satyashil at one stage even hesitated to go for the Swayamvara, but his absence would have affected the prestige of his kingdom, so he went. Before the princess actually went about making her choice, the suitors were expected to take part in some physical contests. The arena for this was got ready, and Princess Manimala, her father and mother, and all royal guests took their place to watch the princess vying with each other. In many of the events, Balavira came out successful. Prince Satyashil was not far behind. He was able to excel over quite a large number of princes in several of the feats. At last, he came face to face with Balavira. Unfortunately, by then his poor horse was dead, tired, and it slowed down in speed. Satyashil had to concede victory to Balavir. Later, in the evening, as all assembled in the marriage hall, one after the other, the princes went up to Princess Manimala and placed in front of her the gifts they had bought for her. The gift from Balavira was easily the richest. Satyashil had not bought anything special, so he took out his sword. "This is the most precious gift that I can present to you, O princess," he said. "You could not defend yourself with that sword," remarked Balavir loudly. "How could you then claim that it is anything precious for you? You may throw it away," he added with a sneer. "We did not fight on equal terms. Remember that, Balavir," said Satyashil. "My horse was too tired to stand the strain, and it was to slave the life that concealed victory to you. I am ready for another fight." The contest next day was hunting trip. Balavir and other princes rushed towards the forest to come back quickly with whatever game they could get. Satyashil did not want to tire his horse, so he went rather slowly and was way behind everybody. Without anyone's knowledge, Princess Manimala too had started for the forest to watch the princes hunting. But as they had rushed forward, she could not catch up with them. So she decided to return to the palace. It was on her way back that she came upon Prince Satyashil. She was happy in seeing him. Why aren't you interested in hunting? She asked him. No, not that I am disinterested, explained Satyashil. I don't want to tire my loyal old horse. Is that so? The princess said. In that case, you may take my horse and go. I shall take back your horse. The horse has served me for many years, said the prince. I won't forsake him. He is my most precious possession. I won't give him to anybody. Remember, you gave me your sword? Manimala reminded him, while a smile played on her lips. At that time, you said the sword was the most precious thing you had with you. Was it a boast or a lie? She then galloped away. After they all returned from hunting, the princess assembled once again in the hall, anxious to know the princess's choice. But they were told that she would take a month to disclose her decision. She was present when they all took leave of her father. She bade farewell to everyone except Satyashil. In fact, she did not even look at him. He went back with a heavy heart. Before he crossed the boundary of the kingdom, he met a shepherd boy. He called him to his side and said, Please watch my action and then go and tell Princess Manimala. He then drew his sword and killed his horse, saying aloud, I am sacrificing you for the sake of Princess Manimala. He then walked back to his kingdom. A week later, Satyashil saw a sturdy house tied in front of his apartments in the palace. There was a note on the saddle. It said, Everything will be all right. He summarized that the horse must have been sent by Princess Manimala. 1 month passed. Once again, the princes assembled to hear Manimala's decision, though everybody was almost sure that her choice would be none other than Balveer. Therefore, some of them were shocked and others surprised when she said, in the presence of her father, I shall marry Satyashil. Balaveer was overcome with anger. Come on, Satyashil, he shouted. Today we'll go a hunting. Tomorrow we shall have a sword fight. Let's see who'll win. Satyashil accepted the challenge. The two, as well as other princes, went to the forest and hunted for a long time. They soon went back with their game, but Satyashil was missing. They all waited for him. It was time for dinner. Just as they began eating, arrived Satyashil. They all jeered at him. We all thought you would be leading a cartload of birds and animals. Where are they? They said mockingly. I didn't go for any bird or animal, he said. However, I got something more prized, a human head. He then untied a bundle and revealed its contents. It was the head of Banaveer, father of Balaveer. There was stark silence in the hall, as though everybody had stopped breathing. But in deeper folds of their mind, they all felt greatly relieved. A devil is no more. They all heaved a great sigh of relief. Balaveer appeared as if he had been drained of all his strength. Till now he had the backing of his father, and that had made him arrogant. Everybody stared at both Balaveer and Satyashil, one after the other. Balaveer did not raise his head to remind Satyashil of the sword fight. Without uttering a word, he left the palace. The wedding of Princess Manimala and Prince Satyashil took place with a lot of gaiety and splendor. The other princes did not feel disappointed. They wished them well before returning to their respective kingdoms. Thank you.